absolutely ridiculous.
Golden Guardians find CLG, and they decimate them in the team fight. Monte, I thought you were friends.
Hello and welcome to our Wednesday edition of Academy Rush, presented by Verizon. Yes, I know, Academy Rush on a Wednesday. We got lucky. I'm James Patterson, your guide for every episode of Academy Rush. Welcome back to our friends returning. And for those of you who are new to the show, here's what you need to know. Together, you and I jump through 5 Academy games expertly guided by one of our casters. We've got big standings implications games today when it comes to moving towards that postseason. Today, we'll have Pastry Time bringing us CLG Academy versus FlyQuest Academy, where CLG has a new look today, starting Wiggly and Pobelter. Next, we've got Riv casting the face-off of 100 Thieves and Evil Geniuses to break our current tie for 3rd place. From there, we go to Joshi Howard bringing us the match up between Immortals Academy and Team Liquid Academy, where Immortals is hoping to break their tie with Dignitas and solidify their standing. After that, we've got Cole Coco the Dragon Damley bringing us action from Dignitas versus C9 Academy. C9 is locked firmly into playoffs, but a win for Dignitas could shake up the lower half of the standings, to say the least. Now, finally, Aaron Loud Thoughts Eisenbach will guide us through TSM Academy and Golden Guardians Academy, where a faltering TSM looks to maintain 2nd place with Golden Guardians and 2 other teams only 1 win behind them. Now, for those of you who want to catch every single second of every game, do not worry, do not fret. Today's games will be played out in their entirety on the team's individual channels. Those are the 5 games that we got coming your way in the next hour. Let's join Riv to get started with Evil Geniuses Academy versus 100 Thieves Academy, where these 2 teams are both hoping to gain sole possession of 3rd place today.
The battle. Oh my god, all 5 live. All right, you have my interest. It is peaked. Coming out of Picks and Dance, 100 Thieves banned out 3 junglers, 1 volley right in the beginning, and then 2 globals, Galio, Ezreal. And then second half, they banned Nidalee and Olaf, just instantly saying, Anda, what do you got? Well, he had Graves. A last pick coming in on the side of Evil Geniuses. Otherwise, they still got a bit of global on either side. The Twisted Fates there, Evil Geniuses banned kind of the flexes that could give them trouble with the set and the karma, and then really focus mid-top, Azir, Renekton, Orianna, with a few bans as they went through 1st and 2nd phase. So it seems like EG's put together a bit of a mixed match team. Some want to fight, some want to go in. They'll definitely have to act off a lot of the vision that they have. Maybe close out the kills or start the kills they can collapse on with that ultimate from Deathly. 100 Thieves always has the option to go in with the ultimate 5 ults. That can work pretty good here for Saligo. I mean, I think the only one that leaves you out to dry is Kumo's. You still get in there with the ultimate, but hopefully your team can follow. There are a few that want to jump in here with Lee Sin and all, but Lee's more of an in and out. Fake God's going to try to steal somebody with his ult, so Saligo will probably be looking for a few different ults. More depth charge, Ondas, and Kiyus throughout the game for vision. As I said, that would be a big one here. Either side, as the blue is taken from EG's Onda onto the side of 100 Thieves. Or red, I should say. Is blue. I looked at blue on him, and he has that. Taking red now. Breezy walking back and forth, trying to deliver a few presents here on the Braum.
Cheeky invade by 100, spotted out, but we'll pick up the red and split the map. Let's head to Dig versus Cloud9 Academy for our first look.
And let's get something aggressive onto Lorlo, so we need to have something that can really double down on those 2 aspects to make sure that we can get some kind of early lead against Cloud9, who's been having a little bit of weak starts in the beginning of every single game that they've had. Inori did just get a little check-in on him as JJ says, all right, we know where the Volibear is, so let's just make sure we can play accordingly, though staying up here right now is not really the transition you should be doing, okay? As the forces of the flashes are gone down. So a flash for flash, though, Diamond and JJ, not too bad, but let's see if Inori sticks around as just a calm start to the game that Froggen wants exactly. And at this mid lane is Lorlo and Acadian, seeing if they can get that early aggression against Fudge. They picked up the Jace here to be a diffuser to make sure that Lorlo doesn't get out of control on this R4 Renekton, or B4 Renekton as it was. And hopefully he can do just that. Didn't force any summoners. Just gets to go ahead, go back, grabs another Dorn's Blade, gets to do a little bit of a cheat, and possibly look to teleport, or looking at the lane, you can just go ahead and walk right back and not lose too much. Looking at the bottom side, Inori seeing if he can get some vengeance. He knows the flash is down on JJ. They can look for the karma here. This looks to be first blood. The teleport comes in as well as the exhaust. And those two summoners disengage this tower dive, and Inori is in a terrible place. The hook comes in to grab Frog, and they may be able to get this set, but first blood had already gone over to the side of Dignitas. A very successful disengagement and counter dive from the Academy squad. And that is
Academy
exactly what
just
we need
outside that playoff picture to start the weekend. Gonna need to come up big against Cloud9 today if they want to make the push. Over to CLG versus FlyQuest to see how things are going in the bot lane.
Jungle is to try and bridge them into the mid to late game here, but bottom lane is already seeing some action. It's going to be a 3v3. Nice and early hook lands from Peak there onto Phil. Blitzcrank not the best target with the aftershock. There's wiggling with a face breaker onto Mash, but Fnatic going to dash back away. Q is not going to connect though. Good little juke there from Phil to get out of the way of the Lee Sin Q, so nothing really burnt. Just Mash's heal is the only summoner actually expended there in bottom lane. Maybe Wiggly, I think, Flash as well. But he's got the Hack Slash ready to go, so they're going to revisit this play. 3v3, the Q's going to land this time. Fnatic surely has the kill, waits for the Flash, looking for the first blood, and is going to get it. Very well played by FlyQuest Academy. And that is just a really nice regang. It's funny, like, I think both junglers read the situation. They're like, yeah, we can do this again. The hooks are coming back up. Phil did flash, but Fnatic knew to hold on to that Q to follow, and Ignite not enough there for Phil to get a trade kill or even the first kill, as Fnatic walks away with first blood.
We got the mind games with the double counter ganks in the bot lane, but it's FlyQuest who gets the better end of the deal as we head to EG versus 100, our matchup for third.
Everybody was ready for it. Ezreal's going here instead of Abscond Abduct, so Lee goes in. Kemby's there. No grab just yet as Anna's over the wall. They're going to try to get the damage now onto Saligo as he's down to 200 HP. The exhaust, and they have to flash out of the end of the line, but it still comes through with the damage from Anda. Nicely done. And they're able to find that one. The Ignite coming down over time with a bit of Anda damage. They're able to wrap that one up real nice. Assist going over to you and Matt as we get some summoner spells switched around, and everybody collapsed on mid there. Seemed like they were reading the same play. Nice defense and counterattack by Anda to really throw everyone for a loop and get himself out safely. Flashes were blown for Anda and Sligo as the Ocean Drake is going to go over 200 Thieves. The first heist is successful. Oh. Summoner Spellbook. He has Ultimate coming up quite soon, level 5. They know they can get the trail here. And Unbreakable is broken. Breezy goes down. Interesting. You know, you make one of those teleports yourself and everybody just walks away.
2 kills
like,
from EG gives them a 1K gold advantage. Immortals looking to lock in a playoff spot with a couple wins this weekend. First, they got to get it done against TL.
Point for Greg to try and build a lead. He has the Hex Flash available, but not going to have the same kind of power as the Flash Body Slam this champion has become so known for. Yusui a little bit late to the rotation, going to be preventing a dive, but not much else at this point. This would look bad on any other support, but Rhino is playing that Bard, of course. Might be able to walk through that wall whenever he does feel like it with the Magical Journey. But this was another interesting thing as part of the draft that, you know, obviously you guys didn't get to see, but Altec is going to be opting into the Caitlyn after the Ashe was already picked up for Rikara, and it is historically a champion that is going to be counterpicked in the other direction. You normally see the Caitlyn picked first, and then people will be pulling the Ashe simply because you can't dodge out from the volley. It's very difficult. It's got long range. It's got such a wide cone of damage that realistically you have to be standing behind your minions. But if you're ever not in that spot, it's an easy opportunity. So as going in, the teleport comes through, flash from both top laners. And this is what we're talking about. The stuns coming through. Potluck is going to chain up perfectly. And even with the ult coming out from Jenkins, putting both Kennen and the volley bear to sleep, is going to be going down. And Gate committing a teleport up into the top lane and not going to be getting... Oh, he's actually going to be getting the kill. What am I talking about? This Tom Ken's going to be able to lick him all the way on the other side of the map. But things are already looking tough. Like, you know, I worked with Team Liquid for a long time. I know Jenkins personally. He's a great guy. And oh boy, he's getting caught again, getting stunned up. There's a trap right behind him. Can't go that way. He's going to go down. Gate barely going to be dodging away from the Enchanted Crystal Arrow. That's going to be another kill that Jenkins is going to be giving over. Great getting caught now. The ace in the hole comes through. It's not going to matter. The chain explosion is going to be enough for Aka to find the third kill for Immortals already in this game. Rhino half-heartedly trying to steal the Rift Herald away, not going to be able to do so. And yeah, I don't know, guys.
Immortals dropping the hammer on the top side of the map. 2 quick kills onto the top laner as we hop on over to Dig, looking for a fight against Cloud9 in the bot river.
Italy, probably the best person to have that as well. Like, you think about it, we've had such failure on Italy so far in the season, and now that Acadian is actually having a good performance on Italy is a nice refresher. And they actually get to get Herald as well. Where is Inori in this game? They had one unsuccessful play, and he has just been completely out of this game. Dignitas has just taken over the map, and it's not just one player or 2 players being able to mediate that, it's the entire squad, and this communication is finally online for this Academy team. It's giving me some hopes, but, you know, we're not out of the woods yet. It's only 9 minutes and 40 seconds in. You're going to hit that 14-minute mark when turrets are really going to start to be paper, and they're forcing onto Fudge. Fudge, he used the flash. He might be able to get out, but I highly doubt it. Acadian is able to grab that one. No one was there to help him disengage and retreat fully, but the damage was there for Dignitas Academy. And with this rotation that they had with the Herald play, they can go ahead and get a lot of gold into the pockets of their members as these turret plates will fall. And they also get the Herald popped as well. This will be first brick going over to the side of Dignitas Academy unless we see a hard force from Cloud9 from Tomo and Diamond. You already see the recall coming in from Diamond. Says, you know what, we're going to call it a day. We know we're going to lose first brick. Let's see if we can just get all 5 plates onto Tomo individually. That's a lot of gold in his pockets, and he has a 30 CS differential. So what was a very strong top side for Cloud9 historically has now been placed into the rookie of Tomo, and that's a great story for Tomo, to be honest, because this is the game then.
That's a 10-minute first turret, and everything is coming up Dignitas against Cloud9 Academy as we head back over to Immortals versus TL to see how they're using their 3-kill advantage.
Over the wall. Oh, Ika goes way back away. Not going to be able to pick up the kill just quite yet, but now Greg and Jenkins getting caught out by the slicing Maelstrom. Are they going to be able to turn it right back around? Soaz getting very low, is going to die. Potluck going to be jumping onto Greg. Greg is going to be going down, and now we'll see if the speed that Jenkins has built up off his passive is going to be enough. He's got to hit things in order to make sure he keeps getting those spells, keeps running quicker and quicker, throwing out another ball is going to slow Gate down just momentarily, and it might give Jenkins enough speed as he's trotting between these 2 turrets, but now he's going up into the top side of the map, and I can't imagine this is going to be a great escape. Jenkins going to have to try and make sure he executes, but he is going to get caught by the tongue. That's going to be the second time that Gate is going to actually have an opportunity to get this kill. Trying to waste so much time. He's trying to give it over to Soaz, but Jenkins is not going to be able to execute to the turret. Instead, just going to give it right on over. Oh, this was cute. A couple of stuns coming through. Altec having to blow both summoners, and I think they are going to be able to get it. Altec is going to be able to fall to that. Soaz not going to be there in time. Gate not able to come around with the Devourer either. And so, this game, no, it's not the worst thing in the world. Jenkins.
TL snagging a couple back, now only down 1K as Lilia picked up her first kill in Academy. Well, let's head over to 100 Thieves versus Evil Geniuses to check back in on the race for 3rd place.
Stopwatch from Matt. Figuring he could put himself in front. Want to debate the ult from Soligo. Knew Soligo wanted to steal one. It was only a matter of time. And how about an initiation ult when nobody's really there to initiate? Breezy was very low. Glacial Fisher was down.
2K separates these teams as we crest that 12-minute mark. Still plenty of game to run. But we're going to check in on TSM versus Golden Guardian to battle at the top of the table.
Hard is towards the top side. Stand United is available for Zion Spartan if he wanted to try and save his bot lane, but TSM, with their ultimates available, should be looking to try and force a play onto this Ashe and Karma, who do not have mobility spells. As soon as they use their flash, they can no longer run away from you. Throw out a couple of undertows, pop the Ragnarok for the Enchanted Crystal Arrow, and you got yourselves a winning combination for Winston to just run down the bot lane of Golden Guardians. However, it looks like he's just going to be clearing out his jungle for now. Biofrost decided to take a back timer here, so it tells us that they're not going to be looking for any kind of play towards that bottom side. And top side, still Dokla shoving in the waves. Hard is going to be towards this top side of the map, so we have to see if he's going to be looking for another play. Dokla goes in. That's a taunt coming out. Hard is going to be rotating over as quickly as possible, and Zion Spartan is keeping this one going. He walks forward. He's taking auto attacks. He's winning this one without the help of his jungler. Look at the work of Tabbies and Bramble Vest. They're coming in from Zion Spartan. You thought Dokula was doing some damage. No. Dokula was only hurting himself in that situation. Mitigated auto attack damage. Some of that mitigated damage.
Still searching for our first kill in this one. So while we wait, we're going to head back over to Immortals versus Team Liquid Academy.
So it's just like this curveball that Team Liquid are throwing out. At least they do get this plate here in the bottom lane. I'll be honest, guys. Like, I'm just trying to scramble here to look for real win conditions, and I think Team Liquid have to rely on, well, not that. Well, I mean, he got golden for a moment, but he's going to just get blown up right as he comes out, and now we have to see if Rhino's going to be able to get out of this. Both Gate and Pollock are going to follow him through the magical journey, and here comes Soa as teleports down to the bottom lane. He's got the slicing Maelstrom. Can Rhino put enough distance between them? He can. Oh, just kidding. Soa's going right on in. He doesn't care at all about the distance that Rhino was going to be able to create. And now with only 30 seconds before the Dragon coming out, I mean, Immortals doesn't look like they're going to be doing it on spawn. I think Potluck is going to be just a moment too late. So are Altic and Gase, as they are backing with
Immortals is hungry for a playoff spot as they pick up 2 more to throw that gold lead even further in their advantage. CLG FlyQuest, on the other hand, this one's still in lockstep.
And they get weaker, or they start weak and they get stronger. Caitlyn's kind of this in-between champion that is strong in the landing phase, and it kind of has this mid-game lull, and then gets much stronger when she gets items in the late game as well. So IE already done for match is good news. He is, as expected, going straight to mid lane to try and shoot down more turrets. He's got no more plates to shoot off, unfortunately for him, but he will not be perturbed. He is ready to siege up and get more gold to his team, and I'm sure the rest of Fly are ready as well. Herald's going to spawn in a minute or 2 as well, so FlyQuest kind of have all these lanes pushing. Revenge actually did take the top outer as well. Good hook there from Big. Fnatic going to find the layup, and there's Phil going to get himself ulti, goes into the station, but that's just going to secure the kill. Ace in the hole, not really worth blocking there, I think, because Phil does fall. Triple now diving in, looking for Pobelta. Good flash there from POB. But mid lane is out, is going to trade flashes. That is going to mean that FlyQuest will be able to take down the outer turret, and just like that, FlyQuest group up, they take down the outer ring, and that is a huge amount of gold picked up. They're 2k ahead now. Looking to set up this team comp that does look, again, on paper that it has a bunch of scaling, and it does, but using the earlier power points here, using the little lead they have to try and wrestle more of an advantage here in the earlier stages of this mid-game. Wiggly going to get hooked, Riftail's going to go down, he's going to dunk himself in, good face breaker, Haymaker lining up, it's set, baby! And now Pobelta's in onto Triple. He's dead there with no flash. Big's going to fall as well, and CLG with a nice counterpunch. Able to take down 2. Pobelta over the wall. He wants more. Going to be zooming through the enemy jungle, looking for Fnatic. For Revenge also a good target here, but Pobelta no flash. Gets some missiles going. He's going to get tagged by Fnatic, who goes back in, back to the ward. He goes, oh, Wiggly with a good face breaker. He's going to get Revenge killed, and Fnatic, that was very ill-advised. Wiggly with a very nice flash there to secure a 3rd kill for CLG. So 3 kills.
Pobelta and Wiggly in for the team this week, and they come up big with 3 kills in that exchange. Back over to our 3rd place match, 100 Thieves versus Evil Geniuses. Action in the mid lane.
Kumo with the hook shot. He goes in. He goes down. This is mayhem right now in the mid lane. Saligo, they got to turn once again. They're waiting for the abilities to come back up. Gold shield gets carded. Or shielded. Of course it's carded. It's a gold shield. Card. What? Holy moly. That was a fight. I think, oh my word, everybody just reaching that cusp, and level 9 cooldowns for the supports as they hit a level 5 skill. Everybody getting the core item, and it was kind of like, let's see what our damage can do, and nobody had that idea of what would kill their opponent. Oh, the final step from everyone greeting for the kill, in which they thought would have been the killing blow. I love those fights. They just go on forever. I don't even think it stopped. I'm going to say this is a continuation. Giyu just teleported back lane, by the way. Death Chamber for him. Kumo jumps his way out. Breezy's right there. He's going to be able to stand beside his fake god if he gets there in time. Throw a Winter's Bite forward. There it is. 1-2. Throws up the Unbreakable. Going to block a lot of damage here. And Matt goes down. You have to expect they're coming in. Huge play by Breezy to just put himself on the front line and throw up the chimney, baby. He's bringing presents for everyone over here. And they still have Rifts. There it is. I was going to say, did they use Rift on the off chance that we weren't watching? And no, it's mid. Cannon wave to boot as they come in on this. Deathly, he's AD, maybe a captive audience. Deadly Flourish down the line. But this is going to be mid going down. And a great turret to break for 100 Thieves to start off if they can get it. If they can get it! Oh no! Oh no. Not the world, not the end of the world.
EG
But
was looking for that side lane play, but 100 comes up big with a response right back into the matchup. TSM versus Golden Guardians, action around the Dragon.
Has respawned onto the map. It looks like we're finally going to get a team fight. This is going to be where the fight happens. This is going to be where first blood happens. Winston moves up. He throws out the undertow, gets some damage down. Is there anyone to back up TSM's jungler, though? He's trying to find his way into this dragon. There he comes out there and trying to cross the arrow. Ragnarok in order to stop that one, and that is going to be the Sun ultimate as well for the AoE damage and shield. Shen goes forward. Stand United was used in order to get himself into this fight, but it looks like he's going to miss the taunt. Everybody from TSM backs away from that one. Winston too low to try and contest this dragon is the third dragon, and Soul Point goes over to Golden Guardians, and yet no first blood still. My predictions today are all off. I thought there was going to be a Caitlyn this game. There's not. Instead, it's a Senna. And now there's no first blood. 17 minutes into the game, and yet we're still on Soul Point. There's also no first turret yet either. So an extremely slow game coming up of both of these teams. The pressure of these final games of the season coming out here. TSM understanding the repercussions of what happens if they lose this game. They tie up their spot for second place with Golden Guardians, which means they'd have to face them again if they were to lose tomorrow, or both win tomorrow as well. There is going to be one more game, so both of these teams have an opportunity to really contest for that second place bye. However, with gameplay like this going this slow, it is still favoring Golden Guardians. Keep coming back to this point. With so little action going on in this game, with so little tempo for both of these teams in terms of looking for aggressive plays, making the plays work, and forcing out errors from your opponent, we're seeing a barn burner waiting to happen. And with triple AD carry, Golden Guardians is putting themselves in a great position here. So far, we have Bork completed onto Keith's Ash. Ablaze Olive picking up that man immune, understanding just how long this game is going to be going. And he's working towards that Trinity Force as well. First a scaling item, then a super expensive item here coming out from the Corki. They are looking for the long haul game, and they have done a fantastic job so far, stalling out the necessary time for that. Hold on a second, we got first blood. It wasn't even on screen. Ablaze Olive is on the bottom side of the lane, is in the bottom lane making things happen. Meanwhile, that's going to be a smite steal coming in from Golden Guardians. Everything's going their way as they're able to pick their way onto the Rift Herald, and immediately TSM Academy has to back away from that one. It must be feeling so bad. 18.5 minutes into this game, and suddenly we have first blood and a stolen objective. Keep in mind, we never saw Rift Herald getting used before earlier. It may have been used in the top lane, but we do have a fight coming into the mid lane. TSM Winston picks up a kill onto Keith there. Ragnarok was forced on that one as Enchanted Crusader had been used, and it will not result in anything else besides a quick kill. 1-for-1 so far at the end of this long extended trade, but the Rift Herald will be dropped down in the mid lane, picking up the first turret for Golden Guardians and opening up the map for themselves. Meanwhile, on the bottom side of the map, Dokla is going to be continuing his split push efforts. Shen is nowhere to be found. He will back away as he is dropped down the spot lane, turn extremely low. One more wave should be enough if nobody is there to respond to him, and it looks like nobody from Golden Guardians is going to be able to make their way down there in time, so they are deciding to give this one up instead, make their way towards the middle lane, and start placing down some wards, placing down some vision, getting an idea of what their next plan of attack will be. Turrets.
Golden Guardians wanting to enter that conversation for top teams in Academy. One dragon away from the Soul, but we're straight into some action with Cloud9 and Dignitas.
And this will leave this dragon open just for a little bit longer. It's only 20 seconds till it's up, so there's time to go ahead, reset, and sprint your butt all the way back into that zone to try and contest for it. Because again, if you lose this Soul, it just extends the game 5 minutes more for Cloud9 to continue doing what they are right now. Controlling the map, making it absolutely dark for you, looking for picks with Blitzcrank, and hello, Froggen had made a teleport here on this bottom side. This is going to force the fight. Ash Arrow misses though, and that allows Tomo to go ahead and flash and disengage. Proper spacing here coming in from Cloud9, and though it's two flanks, they are winning the war here. Tomo is able to take down Lorlo, but also Inori falls on the back end. A double kill here for Acadian as well. You can see Fudge just popping off here on this chase. And JJ will fall as well. Palafox grabs that one, puts himself on the board, and Froggen is still one beefy boss boy as he's going to be able to get another 2 kills for him, and Diamond is all alone And Froggen and Acadian, the two strong members of the mid and jungle of Dignitas Academy, will win control of this soul point. And if you look at that fight again, if you go ahead, scrub back a little bit more once this game is all said and done, you can see the damage that Tomo was able to dish out onto the back line. But because of how short range Callista is, and because of the fact that Blitzcrank is not the best support to heal.
It looked shaky at first, but Acadian comes up big for Dignitas with 3 kills plus the soul. From one soul to another, let's see if Golden Guardians can take it.
Towards mid lane, they have a great way to escape through. TSM trying to pressure their way into this one. Evolve is standing on the side. He's looking for a way in onto one of the 3 carries of Golden Guardians. Dragon has been reset. Both of these teams are so scared to let this fight happen because they know this could make or break the game for either one of these teams here. Evolve goes forward, is not going to be able to find much besides a little bit of poke. And now Ablaze Olive once again shoving out that mid lane. He has the package. He's looking for a play onto Evolved here. A dash away will keep the LeBlanc safe for now. And that is going to be the Valkyrie coming in. Just getting his way over to the rest of his team is not actually going to be a very impactful ability there. However, there's the Tempered Fate coming out, forcing a flash out of Keith. They're going in. That's going to be the smite coming in from Winston as the fight breaks out completely. Chimes dropping down extremely low, hard in the back line as well. Keith caught out of position though as he was too far for the rest of his team backing out. They're trying to team this one going up through the top side of the jungle here. Zion Spartan is not going to be able to do too much for his team once the Stand United is already down, and a triple kill coming in from Lost there, finding his way through all the members of Golden Guardians. Immediate rotation going over to Baron, and this game explodes in a favor for TSM. The positioning there from Lost was phenomenal at the back end of that fight. If you had seen his ability to shoot through 4 members of Golden Guardians, get the chunks down, get the picks down, it was an amazing job by TSM in order to layer their fight in a way front to back while still being able to hit the backline of Golden Guardians, finding their way into that backline, being the biggest difference maker there. Winston and Dokla diving.
Steal comes through, and so do the kills as TSM finds themselves right back in it with a Baron buff to their name. Let's head to Cloud9 versus Dig as C9 tries to stave off the aggression.
And disengage that one, but oh, Diamond. That is a rough spot. Very rough spot. He might, yeah, he'll die here, but what this does, it'll allow him a little bit of time. It allows Cloud9 actually to say, okay, let's just reset, take a breather. There is not really any threat contention so far for Dignitas Academy to take this Baron. So we can ward up, play safe, just know where they are, and really just keep counting heads. See if Asta pops into a lane, if Froggen pops into a lane, if Acadian pops into a lane. If any of them pop up, you know that they're not doing Baron. But you have to constantly be doing that, because there you go, Dignitas Academy, they may not be able to do 2 or 3 members for Baron, but they can definitely do 4, as Froggen does the clever trick with the Blast Cone to make sure that he's always on that flank side. They're going to see that Blast Cone's down, they're like, okay, where's Froggen? We have to find Froggen. Fudge has spotted him. Tomo's in an awkward spot. And there you go. Froggen with a beautiful flank is going to be able to find Tomo. They will take him down. And Acadian will take that one, making him legendary. Froggen is able to claim one finally for himself. Nice prize on that. And the beautiful flank from Froggen and the disengagement from Dignitas Academy will continue to reset for this Baron. You've got the Athene's Unholy Grail, so you can heal back up just fine. And if Froggen goes back to offsides duty, he needs to find Fudge or Palafox. There's no ultimates available for the members of Cloud9 Academy, but they can at least chase down Froggen if they try. Here comes the teleport from Lorlo as well. They're going to disengage off the Baron once more and look for a potential ace here as Palafox just bursts down Asta. As Froggen going on to a killing spree here, Diamond and Fudge are just separated. And for a sacrifice of Asta, you can't do the Baron anymore. Cloud9 has at least salvaged themselves. Oh, they're really going for this, but Inori's up. I don't know if you want to try and do the 50-50 here. They're taking it really slow. Here comes the teleport from Fudge as well. So look at this. This is an issue here for Dignitas Academy because you don't have a quick objective anymore. Now you have to go once more back into a fight. This is a 3v4 though. Inori's pretty beefy, but Tomo's not doing any damage. He's only thrown like 1 spear and he just dies immediately. Acadian grabbing that for the 10th kill of the game. Fudge forced to disengage once more. And my goodness, Dignitas has been constantly trying to wrestle for control of this map, and they have finally won it after 3 consistent and continuous fights. Back at it again. You know, 4th time's the try, right? Oh my goodness. And now you don't have a Nori up again, so at least you can try and take this one down. I don't think there's any way that Cloud9 Academy will be able to steal it this time around. Slow and steady wins the race. The turtle against the hare. And Dignitas Academy will be able to continue putting pressure into this game. 7,000 gold lead. Finally a convincing lead after...
C9 is throwing bodies at the problem, and Dig is cleaning up. Acadia now with 10 kills to his name. Straight over to our match for third place. Definitely under some pressure.
Map, now it's a chase. This could put 100 Thieves in a bad spot. 100 Thieves didn't have the vision topside. Oh, this is an interesting fight going on right now. On all fronts, we're going ham, ladies and gentlemen. Fake God's going in on Honda right now. He goes gold, but that's going to waste his Death Chamber time, I believe, and he made that. Oh, he flashes over the wall and pops him on the head. He still goes down to Kumo. Giyu's getting chased across the map as we go to the satellite cam here. Orbital style. Giyu goes down as we are heading back. And Kumo looks like he may live. He's going to walk himself out of this. Breezy keeps himself low. They're microing each other in and out to get that damage traded perfectly. And again, the long fight playing out in favor of 100 Thieves. Every time. They're going to have it too. Blade of the Rune King here for Prismal. Could get a good bit of damage as Ranger's focus comes up. Fake God is just playing out of his mind right now. You know, having that play, not immediately flashing over the wall for that play, but Zanya's knowing definitely stayed, and then hopping over onto
Good
Depth.
guy, 100 Thieves, waiting to kill the dragon for that top laner to be up. Fake God going to be happy about that one. Over to CLG FlyQuest. CLG in control of that soul, but can they use it?
Like, I'm pretty sure I have to hard carry a lot of these fights alongside Mash. Because in 5v5s, it's where we keep getting put up. It's really hard for us to win. This is a good start, though. Phil going to be picked off here. Hook there from Big with the stone plate pop. GP ulti out. Fnatic's going to melt. Facebreaker there for Wiggly, and there we go. Revenge going to be pulled back into the team, and CLG is just going to make it messy for the FlyQuest side. Revenge is going to fall. A double kill there for Wind at the end of it all. And Mash is the only survivor. And the only casualty is Phil, which is a very worthwhile trade for CLG. They'll grab 4 kills, they'll grab the Baron, Mash will grab the red buff, and then run to grab some farm before the rest of his base is assaulted by CLG Academy. And I think a lot of that honestly is just the gold lead in action. Phil is like surprisingly tanky for a support with that stone plate. Had his teammates pretty close by as well. You know, with a bit more vision, maybe Fly decide that that's not the play they want to go for. If the gold isn't as bad, maybe they think that, hey, we don't have to go for that play. But I do respect them for going for it. I think they had to try something, and they have very limited tools in which to engage with, and they used basically all of them there. But it's just tough when they're this far behind. CLG have done such a good job of snowballing this game. 31 minutes in, CLG up what? 7,000 gold. They've got Baron now. Likely to make that even more. And it's going to siege up 2 lanes here. Actually, just siege up 1 as well. Going to take this tier 2 in bottom lane. That one's basically a freebie at this point. It comes with the Baron buff when you buy it. Wiggly looking for Revenge. Revenge is like, please, no, not again. Wiggly says, yes, please. We'll get the kill. And Big now going to be the target. Ulti there from Nautilus is going to flash out to safety, and that is safe enough for now. Fnatic looking for the play. Phil though, ooh, finds the hook, and the buffer is good from Big, but the parlay was in the air for Deus. As here come the barrel chain. Triple going to get blown up. Wiggly into the back line, just rides in there. And Deus is on track for the Penta, who's got a triple already. This triple himself has been felled. CLG just going to look to close out this game, and I thought for a second there they were going to go to mid lane, but they are not. They're going to look to end the game and shoot down the Nexus, just waiting for the minions to do their job. Now, FlyQuest Academy, I don't know if this puts them out of contention, but I think it may very well eliminate them from playoffs. So CLG going to grab win number 9 in week number 9 as they'll take down the Nexus.
CLG hold on to their playoff position as they dash the hopes of FlyQuest postseason dreams. We're going to head over to our third place match, 100 Thieves versus Evil Geniuses. Things starting to heat up across that 30-minute mark.
And pull the rug right out from under his opponents. Fake God, ladies and gentlemen. Across the board, everybody on 100 Thieves has the items they want, really. A good amount of core items for EG. You can't say they don't have them. It's just not able to be used in the right manner. Get a quick pick off, almost zero someone out, get back into the fight. Now here, look at this death ball from 100 Thieves just roaming. Like I said, they're just going to gather. They don't worry much about Kumo. Yeah, he can push it, but 100 Thieves can just go right through 4 people. Almost connecting onto Ando with that Sonic Wave. As Matt tries to clear a few minions. Their minion wave clear is not the greatest either. You can get the end of the line in there, but even then, Graves used that, and you might just activate your engage onto him. Good damage by EG. Playing the defense on that turret was really nice. If they can keep doing this, they buy a lot of time. Also, you cannot forget they took the Infernal. Huge to stop Soul. They're doing all the right things on the side of Evil Geniuses. I mean, you know the team's playing knowing they're behind. They have to put themselves in peculiar positions to make things work sometimes. They're not just throwing themselves at the will of 100 Thieves. You know, we see Matt moving up when Giyu is going up. These are team calls here again. Here, a little bit of that pick they're looking for, but 100 Thieves pulls the trigger just as fast, and they're going on to Giyu. He could go down in the Death Realm. He's going to be right next to Kenvi as he comes out. One more shot from Prismal. It's going to actually come from Kenvi on the kill, and that's going to be the knockoff kick of Glacial Fisher. And Dragon's Rage as they go into the fight. Anda has to exit. Definitely's now going to go down as Kumo tries to save his teammate, the Marksman, to fire in more shots from the back line. Almost the only consistent DPS. They all have to run. What a nightmare 100 Thieves is right now, just rolling over these fights. Anda back in to try to wheel and deal with the shotgun if he can put more bullets back in the chamber, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Fake God's a brick wall right now as he's taking a ton of damage for the team. That's going to be the Nexus. 100 Thieves takes down Evil Genius.
Fake God put on his carry pants today. That's 100 Thieves with sole possession of 3rd place. Let's check in with TSM, though, who's trying to fend off Golden Guardians.
Much on hit damage. Hold on a second. We do have Doppler taking another trade towards this bottom side of the map. It looks like Golden Guardians might want to try and force a play onto the split push Camille, who's been a thorn in their side this entire time. But he knows what's happening here. He backs off with the understanding that his teammate has backed away. Biofrost taking the back timer there in the middle of the jungle. And now with Baron buff, what is Golden Guardians going to be able to do? TSM was able to pick up 4 turrets and nearly take down a 5th for themselves in the middle lane, as well as put heavy amounts of damage across all inhibitor turrets. Golden Guardians have not been able to pick up a turret just quite yet with this, as they've been pushed into their side of the map this entire time. However, they do have 4 people just running it down the middle of mid lane. Nobody is there to respond on the side of TSM. This is a slow back coming in from them. That is going to be the inhibitor going down absolutely for free for Golden Guardians. They just walk it in. Zion Spartan sitting in base. He does have the Stand United available. That's going to be a Temper Fate. That's actually going to make Lost dodge all of his abilities. That is going to be a Sun coming out to Keith, though. He's standing still. He's getting a lot of attacks, but it doesn't matter. He gets so much damage. Winch is down. This is Golden Guardians with an advantage. Zion Spartan is still alive. He was able to get his Stand United in there. He is in this fight. And it is 1 member only. 2 members of TSM down. Dokla went down as well in the bottom side of the map, or on the top side of the map. The enemy base, that's Evolved, though. Great dashboard coming in, is able to find Keith. Now, it's Evolved back side of the fight, trying to make things happen, but it's a Blaze Olive that finds the kill onto the Blanc. It is 2v4. Is TSM going to be able to stall up for the rest of their team to spawn here? Winston, 20 seconds left. Dokla, 25. Shutdown. Biofrost finds 1. That is Zion Spartan dropping down extremely low as well. Lost the carry that we've been looking for this entire game. He gets 1 more auto attack. Is he going to be able to find his way? The one that matters. There it is. The shutdown onto Hard. He finds another kill. Chime is burning. He is slow. 1 more auto attack from Lost should be able to make this one happen, but Biofrost gets slowed down, and Lost does not have the pathing. Zion Spartan and Chime will make it out alive off the back of this one, unless there is some insane Tempered Fate coming in by Biofrost. That's going to be the ace coming in from TSM. He got the cooldowns back, and he was able to make the picks for himself. TSM turned that one around. They denied the Baron power play. They denied the end of the game. But Golden Guardians pushed it to the limit with that one, and they really scared a lot of TSM.
TSM is hanging on by a bot lane in this one. We'll see if they have enough to turn the tides as we head over to Immortals versus Team Liquid Academy.
Lifesteal, Aka going to be taking, oh my god, taking Grig's life just out of nowhere. This is the power of a late game LeBlanc. 22 pages finally in his book. Finally, a book worth reading as Altec going to be walking through the bottom lane very quickly, very aggressively. He's got the Tom Kench. He knows he doesn't have a lot that he needs to be afraid of. Rhino takes about a half of his HP off of a single auto attack. Altec now auto attacking the Nexus turrets, and Team Liquid without the ultimate. Oh my god, there's another one. They're looking for a big fight. You see who's going to be the one going right on in. Jen Crystal Arrow does find his way onto Gate. Haymaker does a lot of damage, but it's not quite enough. So is finding his way onto Ricard. Mob Mortis isn't going to do anything. Is Jenkins going to be the last man running for the hills, trying to run through all these minions? Oh my gosh, is it going to be enough? Canyon not going to be enough to do it. Aka trying to find the kill, but not going to be able to do it just quite yet. Just too speed as they throw the explosive cast. Not going to knock anybody back into the Nexus, but that is going to be the game.
Immortals will lock it up against Team Liquid Academy to move to 8-9, still just outside that playoff picture as we head over to Dig versus Cloud9 to see if Dig can complete the upset.
But it's still successful. Like, it was more reactive. Sure, you weren't making the aggressive plays that Nidalee's known for. Oh, okay, just as I was applauding you, you get hooked in, but Diamond just gets obliterated. As Anori tries to peel him away, Tomo gets taken down as well. A double kill for Lorlo, and Dignitas Academy is running and just creating chaos in the ranks of Cloud9. And with a full ace, that will be game. That will be Dignitas finding the first win. Can they make it a 2-0 this week as they take down the first seed of Cloud9?
And that's all she wrote there. Massive upset by Dignitas to keep their postseason hopes alive. Still a couple games left to go. How about this one? TSM versus Golden Guardians Academy.
Guardians going to be able to kite their way out of a negative fight here. Elder Dragon is going to be spawning in 4.5 minutes here. Baron, though, the next big buff on the list here, spawning in about just a minute here. TSM is already trying to contest for that ward coverage in the enemy side of the jungle. Meanwhile, Golden Guardians coming in and denying them what they can. Zion Spartan feels like he has not left the bottom lane this entire game as he continues to answer these super minions, continues to answer the split push that Dokla has been pressuring him with. But keep in mind that Zion Spartan does have his Stand United available as well as his teleport, whereas Dokla does not have that teleport. He used it in order to pick up that bottom lane inhibitor, so there is going to be a potential 5v4 man advantage for Golden Guardians around this Baron if they're able to find an inside track into the pit, force TSM to fight them on their turfs while Dokla is not pressuring Zion Spartan in the bottom lane. But it is TSM that once again we see constantly just keeping the pressure high. It feels like this entire game has been tempo advantage for TSM, constantly pushing in waves, constantly pressuring these turrets, constantly making sure that Golden Guardians have to react to whatever they are doing time and time again. We see once again more deep wards going into Golden Guardians' side of the jungle as TSM, did they neglect their minion wave? No, it looks like they remember that they have a mid wave that is open this time around as 4 members of Golden Guardians are going to be running it down through the bottom side, through the middle side of the map. They immediately back off. That was a genius rotation coming in by Golden Guardians. They forced everybody from TSM to call the bluff on the mid lane ending there. They're going to be going straight towards this Baron. TSM has to respond to this one. Teleport coming in from the LeBlanc in order to try and get behind the pit. There is still the Stand United for Zion Spartan, who's going to be starting this one off. Winston runs into the pit in order to get a ward down. That's going to be Evolved on the backside of the fight. Who are they looking for? Chime drop down extremely low. Dokla is going to be able to pick out that one. And it's Evolved that finds Keith. TSM has found 2 kills for themselves. The Blaze all is extremely low. He is going to be forced to flash over the wall in order to keep himself alive, but Zion Spartan is doing his best to find his teammates. That will be 1 kill picked up for Ablaze Olive before he goes down any second now, and he will be picked up by Dokla. It is an absolute smash coming in by TSM as Olaf is able to find himself yet another kill. Biofrost taking that one away, and TSM were able to make the double rotation, answering the Golden Guardians' massive play that they tried to make, but it is not going to be enough. As TSM find the ace, that is going to be 40-second, 50-second death timers across the board. Super minions are already in the base. TSM, they weren't able to find much, but when they found what they could, it was huge. They're going to be taking down the first Nexus turret, and they will be securing their 2nd place and 5 for the playoff finals. TSM win this game.
What a comeback from TSM Academy there. I'm still a little baffled by how it came together, but it was Lost and Biofrost in the bot lane that really pulled it back. for that squad, keeping themselves with 1 game separation in second place right now. We had a whole bunch of really impactful results today. Let's not forget, CLG took down FlyQuest to eliminate them from playoff contention. We'll talk a little bit about that more in just a bit, but keeping themselves very much in that top 6 arena. 100 Thieves over Evil Geniuses. That was our battle for third place, and it was 100 Thieves who snagged it. Immortals over Team Liquid, getting it done like they needed to do to keep their playoff hopes alive. Right now tied for 7th. Dignitas, huge upset against Cloud9. Of course, Cloud9 still sitting pretty at 12-5, so they're probably not too worried. But again, Acadian looked big on that in Italy. And then as we just saw, TSM with that completing of the comeback against Golden Guardians. Both of those teams still squarely in the playoff picture, so no concerns there, but they're going to want to clean some stuff up. Now, with all 5 games wrapped up, we do have Riv standing by for a Verizon post-game interview with the victorious and the guy who smashed Fake God.
Thank you, Dash. We are here at the Verizon post-game interview, and I am joined by Fake God after their victory over Evil Geniuses. And, dude, you popped off this game. Every fight, you were just racking up kills. How did it feel to be on the Rift today?
Actually, it was pretty stressful, actually, in the moment, but looking back at it, like, right after, it was pretty fun. I was just like, it's like, yeah, I'm going in, I'm ulting them, and that, and then it's just like, the most fun part of playing League is just you just ult someone, they instantly die, basically, just running around.
Absolutely.
But yeah, it was very fun.
So you're playing so well, and coming up to the playoffs now, we hear players and kind of casters talk about peak performance. Do you ever worry about that, or slumping, or like, what do you do if you feel that you are falling when it comes towards playoff time?
If I really think about it, I've only been in this situation like 2 other times. One in spring and one in spring again, actually. But okay, the first time I obviously didn't think about it at all. The second time, I think there's some other more issues. But now, with that in mind, I think I just have to just try to calm down and just remember, like, just play the game normally and like what my practice is, and like just try not to treat it like as a playoffs game. I think because I think that was like a small issue for me in general, like thinking that the stakes are like super high, so that and then I let the pressure get to me. That's not very good for me, or maybe probably for like a lot of other people. So I just want to like try to focus on like treating it like a normal game, and then playing like how I do in scrims, and then like being used to that feeling and just playing well.
Yeah.
Treating
it like just stomping on Mordekaiser. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
No.
It's just like that.
So what are you doing in that kind of same idea to better yourself? What kind of regions are you watching? Or are you just kind of in the training tool going over a bunch of stuff?
Well, I mean, I always watch all the regions at this point, because I mean, I think every pro player probably should. I mean, it's just like expected. You see like what other teams are doing. Right now, I don't think I'm doing too much like different. I'm just like I'm scrimming every day, obviously, and then I'm watching like the other pro leagues when they're up, like, or sometimes after I wake, because like they happen at like night. And besides that, it's not too much. Sometimes I do 1v1s, like just to like see how something goes, but I don't think I'm doing anything like
Do you
too
have
special.
a particular
just playing
like
the game.
1v1 thing you want to style on?
1v1 thing? Oh well, there's one 1v1 where I literally spent like 8 hours on, and then like I didn't even like decide like who won until like the 6-hour mark. It was like, actually, should I even say the matchup? I don't even know if I should say that. No, I'm not gonna say the matchup, actually. It's there's too much effort into it, but
Okay, you
it
don't
was
have
literally
to.
like it was literally like 8 hours, but it wasn't like all at once. It was like spread out, because it was like, okay, I think this side wins. It's like, oh wait, but wait, okay, well this guy's a really good this champion player, so I mean, he just beat me. What the fuck? So yeah, that's like one extreme example, but usually it's not like that. It's just like, okay, I just want to see who gets like pushed early, or like, can I like just trade on this guy or something. But I don't actually do it too much right now. It's just like I'm just curious, like, okay, well, I want to see how this matchup goes, because usually in scrims you do get like a lot of matchups, like there's like 5, so you don't need like too much 1v1, but in like the really close ones, or like just ones that you just want more practice on, it's always good, I think.
Yeah. Well, Fake, thank you so much for the insight, dude. It's awesome to see you in great spirits, and just today's game was awesome to watch. Thank you so much for that. Best of luck in the rest of the split.
Thank you.
All right, Dash, we're throwing it back to you to break down the day.
Thank you very much, Riv, and thank you, Fake God. We're going to need more of those double-digit kill mode performances in the playoffs if 100 Thieves wants to stack up against other teams for the title. With that, let's take a look at our standings, see where our teams fall, moving into the final game of the regular split. We got C9, who have locked first place because of their game separation. TSM has locked second place because of head-to-head record, so it's important to note that. 100 Thieves, they're locked in to the postseason, so no concerns there. But then you can see that clump of teams in fourth, CLG, Evil Geniuses, and Golden Guardians all at 9 and 8. And then, of course, the two just outside, Immortals and Dignitas, looking to make things interesting. FlyQuest and Team Liquid, unfortunately, have both been locked out. Now, tomorrow's games and potential tiebreakers will decide the other 3 playoff spots that we have up for grabs. Don't forget to join us tomorrow for Academy Thursday as our playoff picture begins to solidify. Our first match of the day will be FlyQuest taking on Immortals Academy, where Immortals is hoping to get a win, or rather, hoping a win gets them into playoff contention. Then we'll look at 100 Thieves Academy facing off against Dignitas before seeing Golden Guardians try to break their tie versus Evil Geniuses. Now, after a few more hype matches, we'll end our regular schedule with a face-off between Team Liquid Academy and TSM Academy before hopping into any potential tiebreaker matchups needed to complete our playoff picture. That's going to do it, though, for us here on Academy Rush, presented by Verizon. Thank you all so very much for joining me all split long. Do not forget to give our color casters, our guest casters, a follow. We got at Joshi_TV, we got at Coco the Dragon, and at Loud Thoughts. Lol, of course, as always, please give my love, send some hearts over to Riv and Pastry. Now for myself, the casters, the entire Rush broadcast crew, thank you for watching. Good night. I'll see you tomorrow.